Wait, I'm sorry, but did you guys see that Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer? And didn't it just blow your mind? So what we're going to do here is something a little bit different. I'm going to do a bit of a trailer breakdown, a bit of a trailer analysis for the trailer of Red Dead Redemption 2. I am super excited for this game. I think Rockstar Games is one of the best developers in the gaming industry. Red Dead Redemption was an absolute incredible game, and it's finally getting a sequel, and there's a couple of things I've picked up on, so I want to discuss them with you guys. So let's get into it. First up, I'd just like to mention I'm really sorry about the mic. This isn't my usual setup, this isn't where I usually record, so I do apologise for that in advance. So the first thing I notice is just the graphics. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. We all know Rockstar can make brilliant games, and we all know they can make beautiful looking games, and they've once again done it here with Red Dead Redemption 2. What I think is going to even improve this even more is if you have an Xbox One X, how that's actually going to look on that. It's going to be insane, and also on the PS4 Pro, so it looks amazing. Next up, we see what is most likely the protagonist of Red Dead Redemption 2, and that is a so-called Mr. Morgan. Now, this is very exciting. I think he looks like a very cool character. I don't know what it is. He just seems to have like this charm and swagger about him that makes him a nice-looking protagonist, something that's going to be interesting. Also, it looks like this character is a lot more on the criminal side, a lot more tame to Rockstar Games, whereas in Red Dead Redemption 1, though you could definitely be a criminal, you're a bit more in that grey area. So I think this is interesting to go back to the full-on outlaw, and I think it'll add a lot of fun gameplay because of it. Now, is Mr. Morgan the only protagonist? Well, as we all know, in Rockstar Games' previous title, Grand Theft Auto 5, we saw the first couple of trailers which just focused on the character of Michael, but then as the promotions went on and we found out more about the game, we actually found out that we were going to be playing as 3 separate characters with Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. So could they be doing the same sort of similar thing with Red Dead 2? I think it's highly likely, but we just know about this one character for now, but it could expand and grow out as the promotion goes on as we find more out. Also, one thing that I've noticed in the trailer that's very cool is the gameplay. It looks like we're going to be getting train robberies, which is a classic Western thing. We're also going to be getting some bank robberies, which is awesome. We can also see some dual wielding. That's insane. I mean, that's something that I've always wanted from the first game, was dual wielding. Also hunting with the bow and arrow. Obviously, I love bow and arrows. I'm an archer myself, so that excites me a lot. Also, there seems to be some stealth gameplay going on, which is something that Rockstar have always kind of struggled with. So let's see how that all turns out. Also, as far as westerns go, this seems to be one of the most diverse western maps we've seen in a long time. I mean, we've got all the basic desert stuff, forests, we can see snow-capped mountains, which were in the first game, but not a huge section. And we also seem to be getting like a bayou sort of section that if you've ever played the game Mafia 3, they were quite heavy there. And you can see some crocodiles or alligators, and that is going to be very cool. New sort of threat that we haven't seen in a Rockstar game before, so I'm actually really excited about the map. Looks very diverse. So where is John Marston in all of this, the protagonist of Red Dead Redemption 1? We know that this game is actually a prequel due to a certain character who shows up in the trailer, who was in the first game. He was actually kind of the main villain. He was the one who you were going after the entire time. He actually shows up, and it's definitely a younger version of himself. So is John Marston alive? Well, yeah, he should be. I mean, he should be around in this gang at this point. So will he show up? I have a feeling he'll show up as a cameo, but nothing more than that. So don't get your hopes too high. So what did you guys think of the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer? I personally, at first, found it kind of underwhelming, but I watched it a few more times and I really grew to love it. And obviously this is the new Rockstar game. I'm super hyped for this. You know, my 2 favourite developers of all time are Rockstar Games and Naughty Dog. And I think that this game is going to be a fantastic successor to the original game, which is already like a 10 out of 10 experience. So keep your eyes peeled for Red Dead Redemption 2. Should be coming out, as we now know, in spring 2018, although that will probably get delayed.